What's going on, everybody? Jacob Wolfman here, and we're gonna get started with another episode of Live with Wolfman coming up soon. Waiting for y'all to tune in. It's a live stream, so you know the drill. Today, we're gonna be giving away some prizes. We're gonna be having a lot of fun. It's Friday, and yeah, I know I wasn't here yesterday, so I'm gonna make it up to you by making today's show extra fun and giving away some stuff. So, here's the drill. You gotta tune in. You know that, right? You gotta say hi. You know that part too, right? You gotta drop a floating thumbs up, and you gotta hit that share button. Let's get this show growing. The more people that show up, the better it is. Uh-oh. My iPad's dead. We're gonna have to play the show a little bit different today. Let's jump onto the phone here. That's alright. That's all good. I'm just setting up over here, setting up the show while I wait for you guys to tune in and say what up. So do that. Say what up. Alright, let's see what's going on here. I'm going to be collecting your comments today off of my phone instead of my iPad. Hopefully that works just fine. Let's get some more folks tuned in here. Riley, what's up? Say hi. I saw a floating thumbs up. Whose thumb was that? Who floated there? What's up, Phil? How you doing, man? Say hi in the comments. Sit back, listen to some music for a minute. I'm gonna load up some of the things to get this show rocking today. Today's gonna be a fun show. We're gonna play a game of Would You Rather, Sport Martial Arts Edition. I've come up with a bunch of questions just as like a conversation piece, and you're gonna get two options. You either do this thing or that thing. It's the way the world's gonna work. You gotta pick one, and we'll see what answers you guys got. Some of these questions are for fun. Some of these are a little bit more serious. Some of these I highly recommend if you're a tournament promoter, you might want to tune in on. But yeah, today's going to be good. It's going to be a good show. I promise you. I always work to make this show worth your time. Thank you guys that have come in every single episode so far. We're on episode 14. Crazy. Bonnie, I'm not at Diamonds. Nope, not there. I have been to Diamonds like 10 other times in my life, and I'm just not going this year. Piper doesn't have an event, so I'm going to enjoy my weekend at home. Yep, that's right, Monica. We got another game. I got to load up some questions here, so just give me a minute. I'm going to wait for you guys to tune in. Once I see enough people tuned in, I'll transition over to our game. Sound good? All right, let's see. I like this question. I'm loading up the questions right here. Today we're playing a game of Would You Rather. So let me know, would you rather do this or rather do that? We're going to give away some prizes, but it really depends on you guys tuning in. So if you guys tune in, the show will be better. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's see. Where we got here? Make sure you hit the share button, everybody, and bonus, tag a friend in the comments. Tag specific people that would be interested in this show. Think for a second. Who is somebody that loves martial arts and they just don't know a show like this exists yet? Tag them. Let's get them in here. Let's make them a fan so that they're in here and they're watching the show with you on future episodes. And even if they're not watching it right now on the live stream with you, they'll tune in and they'll watch the replay. And they'll catch the live one later on. Let's see. Where's that question? Oh, I like that one. All right. How many questions I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's load in 2 more questions. I want more people to tune in. Let's get some more people to tune in here, and then we're gonna get the show started. This is a low turnout today. I know I wasn't here yesterday. I had some weird things going on this week. I didn't have my regular thing, and you guys all are bailing on me. Let's fix that. Come on. I'm still here, guys. Let's do this. Watch. What's my questions? Today we're doing Would You Rather. What would you rather do in martial arts? Particularly at tournaments. This is focusing on sport martial arts tournaments. Let's see. Alright, that's gonna have to do for now. I'll load some more questions in here as the show goes. But I think I've got enough started here to make everybody happy. Okay. Boom. We're about ready to get rocking and rolling here. Monica is karate free this weekend and kid free. You know what you could do, Monica? You could totally just spend the night at home watching replays of Live with Wolfman. Wouldn't that be the best way to spend your time? I mean, I couldn't argue with you if you chose to do that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you Live with Wolfman. What's up, everybody? You're watching Live with Wolfman. I'm your host, Jacob Wolfman, and this is a show about the things that I'm interested in and the things you're interested in. So we're going to be talking about martial arts, maybe a little bit of media stuff here and there, maybe a little bit of photography, some social media stuff. Basically the things that I like to do and share the stuff with you. A lot of the show, per requests and per your engagement, you guys like to talk about martial arts a lot, and so do I, so let's just keep the show rolling with today's subject matter of Would You Rather Sport Martial Arts Edition. I want to see who's in the comments right now, so if you're here and you're tuned in, say hi, because this show, this episode in particular, episode 14, totally depends on your participation. You guys got to be leaving comments because it's a game. It's a Would You Rather game. And if I get more people to tune in, we're going to give away some more prizes. What's up, Chrissy? What's up, everybody? All right. So without further ado, I'm going to start the show. Hopefully we get some more tuning in here. This week was a little weird. I had 2 doctor's appointments, and so I had to move stuff around. There wasn't even an episode yesterday. It's been rough, to say the least, and I'm losing some of my audience. So hopefully you guys come back and you guys check out the show. And I feel like people that are scrolling through their newsfeed and they see these questions, they might want to see what's going on. So today, would you rather? You guys ready? You ready for the first question? All right, let's play a game. We're just gonna have some fun with it today. All right. So the first thing is, and now you only get to pick one, and you can either answer with A or B if you want, or you can type in the answer. But here it is. Would you rather have good judges or a good venue? You can only have one. So either you're going to go to a place where it's just a really junky place and maybe there's no mats, you're competing on broken glass, but the judges are excellent and perfect, or would you rather go to the most wonderful place in the world where they give you free ice cream and like Mickey Mouse shakes your hand every 5 minutes, but the judges just are absolutely clueless? You only get one. What are you going to do? Would you go for the good judges or would you go for the good venue? What do you guys got to say? Let's see what you got to say. Today's episode is brought to you by Canon lenses, which also serve as great coffee mugs. You gotta always be drinking caffeine while you're on my show. Monica, good judges, always. Chrissy, venue. Jimmy, judges. Judges. Wait, Mickey? Holly, you can only pick one. Did you pick judges? Good judges, good judges. All right, it looks like the vast majority of you guys are voting for judges. You'd rather have great judges compete on broken glass and in a cellar that's in the worst town in America than you'd rather have that and be scored appropriately than compete at the coolest place on the planet, or maybe it's on the moon, but the judges are just clueless. Now, it's a tough call. Obviously, both things play into consideration here, right? All right, so that was a good way to start the show, just to kind of get you guys engaged. So somebody hit that share button right now. I need a share button. As soon as I see 15 people tuned into this show at one particular moment, I'll give away a prize. Sounds good? All right, let's move on to the next question. The next would you rather. Would you rather allow the audience to be able to vote and judge performances, or would you rather have traditionalists judge tricking? So let's change the subject, because now that I'm saying this out loud, it doesn't make sense. I'm going to talk about just things that involve tricking. So tricking battles or extreme divisions. So anything that involves flips and stuff. Would you rather have judge participate or audience be able to vote in, like America's Got Talent? You vote, like I vote for this person or this person. Or would you rather have traditionalists who might not know what they're looking at? Would you rather have them judge and not leave it up to the audience? Maybe they still have an idea because they know, traditional martial arts. They have some sort of qualifications, even though they don't know. By traditionalist, I do mean somebody that doesn't train extreme martial arts and isn't familiar with it, other than the fact they know it exists and they've seen it, but they don't know much more. Okay. I think you guys understand it. What would you guys rather see? You guys would rather have traditionalist judge, audience. Chrissy says if it's martial arts, traditionalist. All right, so far it's a 50-50 here. Oh, we're still blending towards traditionalist here. So you guys would rather have traditionalist judge than the audience. Now you notice that a lot of times at a tournament, the whole audience is always saying, the judges suck, the judges don't know, the judges got it wrong. And in that case, then the audience is different than the judges. So are we saying that the audience just needs to be quiet because the judges have more say? You respect the judge's opinion more than the person next to you? I don't know. I know personally, sometimes I feel like the judges get it wrong, but usually they do all right. I feel like for tricking and for extreme martial arts, which is where I meant to go with this question, they don't know what they're talking about. They really just rely on, they actually rely on the crowd. If they hear the crowd cheer, they'll give you a higher score. It does seem to go that way. So, like, there's some moves in tricking that kind of have a little bit more weight than they ought to, like gainer switches, for example. Whole different topic, but we won't go into a Wolfman rant today. The other day I had a little bit of Wolfman rant, and Josh Bailey actually made me a poster about it. So apparently I struck a nerve. Let's go on. Next question. I'm still waiting for 15 people to tune in, guys. Let's get more people tuned in. Would you rather watch continuous fighting or point fighting? Not compete in, but watch if it's up on the stage. Now, the difference is continuous fighting, they say go, and basically they go at it, they can hit each other, and just because you scored a point doesn't mean the judges are going to stop you, right? So they keep fighting, and they go back and forth, kicking and punching, and it looks a lot more kind of like a kickboxing match. Or would you rather watch the point fighting where they say go, quick action, they break you apart, and they see who struck first? So those are the difference between point fighting and continuous. If you compete on these NASCA circuits and stuff, you'll probably see the point fighting way more often. That's the one you're more familiar with. But continuous also does exist. It's more popular in NBL. What would you guys want to do? LP wants point, continuous. Clash, or is that still a thing? Well, clash is part of point fighting, right? Like if they hit each other at the same time, or one person hits first, the other person, whenever contact is made, they break, and then the judges determine. And if they clash, right, that's just no points. All right, looks like today you guys are in favor of continuous. You'd rather watch continuous. You'd rather watch them go at it. Interesting, because it's less common. I personally, I don't see continuous fighting very often at all. I wonder why that is. Why would tournaments, if the audience wants to see continuous fighting, I mean, and this is a very official. Oh, we got 15 people, by the way. 15 people are now actively viewing. Somebody's getting a prize, so hold tight for that. Next is 20. Once I see 20 people actively viewing, I'll give away another prize. But you guys are saying that you would rather watch continuous fighting. All right, we got a lot of thumbs up here. So if you would like a prize in today's show, just say, hey, I want a prize, and tag a person. That's how you enter. You have 1 minute, right, starting right now, to say, I want a prize, tag a friend. That's it, and then I'll be giving away a prize. And today, we are going to be giving away... Let's give away... Ooh, wow. Wow, that's fancy. Should I do that? No, I'll save that one for the next round. We'll start off nice and brilliant here. Where is my proper screen? All right, today we're giving away a sticker pack. For some reason, I can't pull up my screen, whatever. We're giving away, it's a $10 sticker pack from Hyper. It comes with all different types of stickers. Every sticker pack is a surprise of what you get, but they're the high-quality stickers. They're perfect to put on your parents' cars. They're perfect to put on your parents' cell phones. They're perfect to put on your locker. They're perfect to put on your teacher's desk, your own desk, your friend's desk, your enemy's desk, the principal's desk, the principal's car, the principal's cell phone. These are all wonderful places to be putting these stickers, and you could be winning a sticker pack today. All you got to say is, I want that, and tag a friend. All right, I'm going to do one more Would You Rather, and I'll let some of those, because there's a delay in the live stream, so I'll let you guys say, I want that, and tag a friend. In the meantime, let's see what else we got here. All right, here's the next question for Would You Rather. Oh, 20. We already reached 20. All right, I'm going to be giving away another prize that quickly. That's how quickly it works. All right, let's jump up to 30. That's the next marker. Once we have 30 live viewers watching the show, I'll give away another prize. So make sure you keep hitting that share button, keep tagging in some friends, keep growing the show. Today we're playing Would You Rather, so you got to pick one. Would you rather only have one championship tournament in a year for a circuit, or would you rather have monthly championship tournaments all year round? So would you be more like NBL, which has Super Grands, where they have one super mega tournament that is held at one point in the year, and you have to compete in all these other tournaments all year to earn your right and earn your seed and earn your place so you can compete at the big leagues in the one big showdown, the ultimate showdown of the circuit? Or would you have it like NASCAR, where there's just a world championship tournament every single month, year round? It never ceases. It's just, and in the tournaments, like, kind of, they're not as big as they could be because they're all competing against each other, trying to get you to come to their Super World Championship Ultra 20A Star tournament. Which way? I mean, there's pros and cons to both. Would you rather have everything condensed into one super one, or would you rather have it all spread out throughout the year? What do you guys got to say? All right, we got some people that want some prizes. I'll jump back to that. Heather wants one tournament. James wants one tournament. Chrissy wants monthly. We got another vote for one. We got to vote for one, but just not over Christmas break. I feel you. One per year. One. Super championship. It looks like it's unanimous. Almost everyone except for one person wants one championship event per year. Interesting, because Super Grand, the NBL does that. They have their one per year, but the problem is with their Super Grand one is it is always at the worst time. It's always during Christmas, and the logic there, and maybe we'll bring Jeff Doss on the show sometime because he's now the new official president of NBL USA. But before that, he wasn't in charge of it, and Super Grands was always held during Christmas. So you have to give up a week, and it's the week between Christmas and New Year's in order to attend this super mega tournament. And is martial arts more important than family and friends in your downtime? I don't know, but that's the way it's been. So anyhow, but people still want it. It seems to be a more popular idea, and I agree. I think that if you want to have some sort of legitimacy in the sport, you can't have a Super Bowl every month. You can only have one Super Bowl per year. That's just how I feel. There's ways to go about it. Lots of ideas. We could have a whole show about this topic, but that's what you guys want. Oh, wow, we're dropping in numbers. We got to get the show back up. Let's go, guys. All right, let's also give away a prize. Oh, wait, Evan's got something to say here. He says he honestly prefers having both circuits because he likes the idea of having one, but if your students can't get there that year, you can get an exciting monthly one in a different circuit. That's true. They do complement each other, the fact that they work differently. Evan, I would counter that argument by saying that you could have regional tournaments, just like ATA does. ATA has one super championship, their world championship, held each year in Orlando, I believe. But they also have national. They have two nationals, and then they have regionals. And I think they even have districts. So they break it down very methodically so that you can still go compete at different tournaments and work your way up to the higher and higher and higher levels and have this whole structured thing. ATA does it they do it very well. I do like the ATA structure. And I think the open circuit could learn from the ATA world. All right, let's pick a winner here. I'm just gonna scroll through. See my phone here. Scrolling through a winner, and this one. What's this? Oh, that's not a. That didn't work. I thought that was gonna work. The winner is LP. LP, you won. I want a prize. Kick tricks. All right, LP. I think you've won on this show before. Man, you are just gonna be like the sticker king. LP, I'm writing your name down. I'll hit you up after the show. Actually, you have already won before, which isn't fair to everyone, but, you know, since you tune in and you're loyal, you can win again. But I got your information. We'll be sending you another hyper sticker pack. You can flood the streets of Oregon, Wisconsin for me. That would be great. Put them all over Oregon high schools' lockers. That'd be wonderful. Thanks. All right, let's do it. Wait, James Person has something to say. From those one league championship events, each league could sponsor a true world champion. That's an interesting idea. I think they do something like that in Pokemon. All right, let's do this. We did that. Let's do. Oh, this one's. I like this one. All right. Before I show you this next question. You really got to be honest. Don't just give me your first answer. Think about it for a second. I'm really interested in this one because I'm not sure. Would you rather land a perfect triple cork or land a perfect sidekick? What would you rather be able to do? I am unbelievably interested in knowing the answer to this question. Triple corkscrew is one of the coveted greatest tricking moves there is. Even though quad cork technically does exist in this world, only one person's sort of landed it. Triple cork is still the king in my eyes. So would you rather land the perfect triple corkscrew? Like I'm saying, you went up, land, and you keep on walking. And let's say you can do that all the time. I'm going to sneeze, sorry. Sorry about that. Or would you rather land the perfect sidekick? Pop! Just that perfect chamber, that lock, the rechamber. You can do it 180. You can hold it for 5 minutes straight like Chloe Bruce. Whatever. Like, whatever you want. You own that sidekick. You got the sidekick of the planet. You just could break through 15 rib cages in one kick. Just super powerhouse round sidekick. Or would you be able to do one of the craziest tricks in the world without even blinking? All right, what do you guys got to say? Let's check in. We got sidekick. Karate bomb, I can't do either. Monica, you gotta pick one. Just pretend you can, okay? I think you've seen them, so pick your favorite. Olivia Rando wants the triple cork. Olivia, I gotta thank you for your honesty. Perfect triple cork, because I'm old. I can do a pretty awesome sidekick. All right, fair enough. Kids love the basics. Sidekick. Bless you. This delay thing is weird. Sidekick. Even if I could land the triple cork, my son has a killer sidekick. Triple be a good party trick. I almost got that. All right, so most of you guys are saying you'd wish you could do the perfect sidekick. Some of you are saying you could wish you could do the perfect triple corkscrew. Now, the counter I have for a lot of for a lot of the people in the sport martial arts world is, why aren't you doing sidekicks in your forms? Why do you do tricks in your forms? A lot of people prefer to put tricks in their forms instead of focusing on the basics. It's not very often that you see someone in 2017 that can do a sidekick that makes your jaw drop. It just doesn't happen. People just don't train it. It just isn't seen in tournaments. I don't know why. Now, there are good sidekicks out there. Sure, there's people that go, whoo, boo, boo. Good. But I mean like one where you're just like, wow. Because it went, rechamber down. Like something like that where it requires an extreme amount of strength and discipline. And it used to be way more common 20 plus years ago. You'd see it all the time. Not all the time, but once in a while you go, oh, wow, look at that. Doesn't happen anymore. you guys just aren't training them. And I don't mean just the chat. I mean in general, the sport in general. You're just not training basic kicks. Yet, most of you guys would prefer to see basic kick. I don't know what's up with that, but anyhow, I owe you guys a prize. So if you guys want a prize, I did see 20 active viewers in here. You have to say, I want that prize, and tag somebody to join the show. Today, we just gave away a Hyper sticker pack. Let's give away, because you guys are so dedicated, you're just absolutely dedicated, I wanna, you know what I want to do? Where's my show? We're having technical difficulties on the show today, ladies and gentlemen. All right, for some reason or another, I can't display my computer screen, so I won't be able to show you what it is, but I'm going to give away a Hyper wristband. Say, I want that, and I'm going to give you away a Hyper wristband. I was going to give away one specific one that said dedication. If you're cool with that, whatever. If you want a specific one, whatever you want. You can just go on the website. You can pick your favorite wristband. There's all kinds of inspiring ones. Innovate, persevere, dedication. Each wristband is associated with a hyper pro athlete. Dedication is Caitlin Deschelle. Persevere is Matt Emig. Innovate is Austin Crane. Be Awesome is Tyler Weaver. Inspired is Mackenzie Emery. Believe, Jackson Rudolph. Empowered, Reed Presley. Like, it just goes on and on. There's so many of them. So if you want a wristband, just say, I want that, and tag someone to join the show. I'll be giving away another prize, and I'll bump it up as far as quality. I'll bump it up a little bit if we can somehow magically get to 30 active viewers at one time. All right, let's jump over to another question. While you guys are saying, I want that, you can enter multiple times. I don't care. You just have to tag someone, and tag someone different, preferably, please. There's no way I can verify that, but. All right, would you rather? It's time for another would you rather. Would you rather have seeds or no seeds? Would you rather show up in every tournament? It's just a luck of the draw as far as order goes. Or would you rather, kind of like how you get to board the plane first because you fly frequently and have that frequent flyer status, and you get to compete last, which supposedly gives you a better score. It definitely reinforces that idea when the people that compete and win often compete at the end, and then they always win again. And that could be because they're the best, or it could be because they went last. I'm not sure. So seeds or no seeds? What do you want? What's a better version of this planet? For those of you that are spending thousands of dollars and you're traveling all over the world, do you think you should get a little bit of slack and maybe be able to at least just compete last and see what your fellow competitors are doing? Maybe you'll score higher. Or is it just like you should win based off of your abilities? It should be a total random draw. All right, let's see. We got no seeds, no seeds, no seeds. Seeds, we got one for seeds. No seeds, no seeds, no seeds. Monica gave me a complicated answer. No seeds, no seeds. Sesh is in the house. Sesh, you're a little late. You're super delayed right now, buddy, but I'm going to get back to you because I'm glad you're watching this. All right, for the majority of you, you all say no seeds, but there's a couple arguments for seeds. So let's see what your arguments are. So Evan votes for seeds. He thinks it's way more fair for people who are earning those points. I mean, you do work your way up the ladder, so maybe you should get something for it, right? But does that mean that you stand the chance that somebody that's not the best gets on stage because they're seeded? And is that fair? I don't know. Evan says, I think getting seeded is a good first goal for people that are just starting out. That's another valid point. Maybe you're just not ready to be winning yet because there's too much competition in your division, but you can set your sights a little bit lower and at least aim for a seed. And it feels like an accomplishment within itself. There's some validity to that. Now, I don't know how much validity, but you say there is. Sesh says seeds. Sean Ellis, everybody. No seeds. Keeps everyone on their toes. Sean Ellis, a.k.a. Shishilmaru. Can you explain to me why you prefer seeds? I'd like to hear your opinion on the matter. For those of you that don't know Sean Ellis, he's like one of the greatest triggers in the history of ever. So I'm super stoked that he's watching the show right now. But he also had a comment about sidekicks, and since that's just one of the greatest trickers ever, I want to hear his take on a earlier Would You Rather, where I said, would you rather do a perfect sidekick or a perfect triple cork? And he says he'll take the sidekick. At the end of the day, expressing himself as a martial artist and enthusiast of combat arts, there's a lot of things he's capable of, but the triple cork doesn't speak towards his martial prowess like the sidekick would. That's an awesome, very educated, great answer. It's a great point. If tricking or martial arts is a way of expressing yourself, and if you'd rather express yourself through powerful martial movements, then you're going to go for sidekick. But if you want to be able to express yourself through something that's going to make people pee their pants in public, then maybe you want to do triple cork. I don't know if that ever will happen, but I just imagine it would. All right. So let's see. What's Michael say? I've seen top competitors show up to small competitions that weren't seeded. It evened up the playing field. So that just goes to show you that seeds may have a little bit of bias when you show up at a tournament. Maybe you are getting better scores than what you deserve. I don't really know. I'm not saying that. I am in no way disrespecting anyone that competes, and whether you're seeded or not. So, all right, enough of that. Let's get the show numbers up, guys. Hit that share button. Make sure we are sharing the show. Whoop, whoop. All right, you guys ready for the next question? Make sure you hit that share button. I don't care if you've already hit it again. Tag some people. Let's grow the show. Let's get more people involved here. The more people that participate, the more fun this show is. Thank you for dropping the thumbs ups. All right, here it is. The next Would You Rather. Would you rather lose points for a weapon drop or be disqualified for a weapon drop? So if you're in NASCA, you're automatically DQ'd. You drop a weapon, you're done. Game over. If you do NBL and you drop a weapon, you actually get to restart and you get to try again from the top. The benefit of that is that you can now try riskier stuff because now you're playing with percentages. So maybe you can do crazier tricks that you're not as confident with. So if you drop, you get to get up and do it again. But from the audience perspective, not so fun. It's kind of a letdown watching somebody do it a second time. Unless you're just excited to see if they do it again. I don't know. Or do you think they should just deduct some points, maybe a half a point or something, which is a significant amount. I mean, if you're talking about first and second place, that will knock you down to fourth or fifth place as far as the current structures go. But would you rather lose points or be disqualified for a weapons drop? What do you guys think? Let's see what you guys got. Lose points, DQ, lose points, restart. Sorry, Evan, restart's not an option. Even though I brought it up, you either lose points or you're DQ'd. This is the game. Would you rather lose points or be DQ'd? So pick that between those two. Sesh, I don't know which one you're choosing. Kyle, if you're a black belt, you shouldn't be allowed to drop your weapon. If you don't, you get disqualified. Okay, so basically, DQ'd is your answer. We got another lose points. Monica says, it sucks when you try some high-level trick and drop to lose, and then lose to someone that has no release at all. Sash says DQ. Olivia says DQ, or Olivia's mom says DQ. We got a lot of DQs. We're getting a lot of DQs. We're getting some lose points. I'd say it's about a 60-40 split. More people are probably on the DQ side of things than on the lose point side of things, but it's not a majority consensus for sure. You guys are kind of split on this one. A lot of good arguments. What up, Miss Person? How you doing? So Jeff Spridko says DQ for black belt, deduction for underbelts. So that's an interesting way to go about it. Although you're cheating because it's would you rather. You only get one or the other. You lose points or you're DQ'd. That's the rules here today. Would you rather? I know you can't have this middle ground world. Not in my world. All right, so that was fun. I mean, we could go all day talk about all of these subjects, right? Personally, I'm not so sure. I think he might as well be DQ'd. I think that if you lost points, the points matter so much that any deduction in points you'd lose. So what's the difference between losing and being DQ'd, really? I don't know. So I'll just say DQ'd. Just move on with it. Don't drop your weapon. All right. Here we go. Next question. I like this one. Would you rather compete in more divisions or attend more seminars at a tournament? So if you're going to go to a tournament, you can compete in 10 different divisions, or you can compete in one division, and you can have all of this time to work with all of these awesome trainers. Maybe they're the people you look up to, or the people you look up to who, the people that they look up to. I don't know, Bill Superfoot Wallace or Jackson Rudolph. Or somebody that's like a little bit outside the sport, but they can offer a lot of value. Like, what if Shishomaru showed up at a tournament and he could teach you like the greatest tricks because the tournament spent more money hiring trainers to teach the athletes. So what's more important to you, competing in more divisions or going to the seminars that are attached to tournaments? Every tournament has seminars, but they're not really like the thing of the seminar. They're not the highlight of the tournament. They're always like the side show. But I think there's a lot of value in seminars. I want to see what you guys think. We got seminars, more divisions, seminars, more divisions, seminars. Compete, which means seminars. I'll compete in more divisions later. I have time. I'd like to get as much training as possible. I think you mean time as in your age and how old you are. I do promote tournaments that have seminars to my students. Both. You can't do both. I'm sorry. This is a game of would you rather. You only get one. Which one? More divisions or more seminars? You can't give me this middle ground answer. It's just not fair. This is not a democracy. There's no compromise here. This is a dictatorship show. A or B. Pick one. I'm just playing. More divisions. So I think we're looking at more people. I think on average, if I had to split it, again, it's pretty 50-50. I'd say seminars is probably winning. More of you guys want more seminars than more divisions. Personally, I think that seminars are awesome. And I think that they could play a huge role in shifting the whole dynamic of tournaments. Tournaments are an experience, and you pay money to get something out of it. So right now, people are paying money for a minute and 30 seconds of competition time. They'll pay $75 and $1,000 to travel for a minute and 30 seconds of competing and moving on. And I don't know. I mean, it's a tough sell. When you break it down into what you're actually paying for, $1,000 for a minute and 30 seconds of time, I don't know. I think that if a tournament did a little bit of marketing and thought a little bit more creatively, they could make their seminar experience way more exciting. What if everybody that signed up for a tournament also got a pass to a seminar that was structured through the day so it wouldn't conflict with anyone's tournament compete times, and it would be, within the tournament cycle. It's not like you got to wake up at 7 a.m. and go to some random ballroom, but it's like it's part of the experience. Everybody's there and the seminar's happening and everybody's participating, and then they go back and go into some other division or something. I think that'd be awesome. Like, I think everybody that's not winning would have so much benefit from being able to learn from the people that are winning. I don't know. That's how I feel. Cool. Evan says, you could spend 10 years doing 10 divisions every time, roughly $400,000, and you'll only improve based off of your own knowledge. Or you could do less divisions and spend more money on seminars and private lessons in order to improve faster and have more success in those divisions. Yeah, so if we break it down from a strictly financial standpoint and you're trying to get the most bang for your buck, how fast you're going to improve if you are not learning from the best. If you're only competing against the best and not learning from them, how fast can you move on? That's a reason why people sign up for private lessons. That's a reason why people buy the hyper training DVDs or the other DVDs that are out there, or they download the videos on the Training Lab app and they watch from the best competitors, because you got to learn from the best to be the best. So, good point there. Everybody's just dropping in seminars. Maru says, competition is a way for me to present myself as I am, but dialogue and the sharing of ideas is what promotes growth, in addition to passing down sequestered information. You're always with the big words. Too big for me. Imagine a seminar with John Valera. I missed my mother's funeral for that. Oh, that's messed up, man. Wow. I mean, that would be dope. I mean, why aren't tournaments spending just a little bit of time and money to fly in some of these legends? Kim Do is giving a seminar at this tournament. Steve Tirada at this tournament. Mike Chad at this tournament. John Blair at this tournament. They cost too much money? I don't know. I heard a rumor that Mike Chat's charging $10,000 per seminar, so maybe he's out of the question. I don't know if that's true. I shouldn't have said that on the live stream. That was just told to me in confidence by someone. But my point is, maybe it just costs too much. I don't know why they don't fly in. Why don't they fly Matt Emick in to a tournament, pay him a good check to educate everybody at the tournament on how to be a better competitor? I think it'd be awesome. I definitely think it would improve the experience overall. Let's move on to the next question. The next would you rather. All right. I don't know if I even like this one. Well, let's go fast on this one. Would you rather have the judges give out one score or give out multiple scores? So right now they only give out one score. They say judges score, they flip a card, and it's 9.9 whatever based off of how they think you did overall. Another way that they could approach it, and ATA does this, ATA gives out two scores. They give out one score with just their fingers, so they'll go like, judges score, and I think it's a score out of 1 to 3 of like how, I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's how creative the form was or something. And it's just like, we'll give you a score for this metric, and then they'll flip a scorecard up and like, we'll give you a score for this metric. That way you can kind of break down, you can see the scores of like why somebody beat somebody else, so on and so forth. It's a little bit more complicated math as far as adding it up, and it gets tricky in that regard. So maybe the scorekeeper is going to have to be a little bit more educated in order to do multiple scores, but it can allow you to be more granular on figuring out, where your improvements need to be. So maybe if they broke the scores up, let's say, it'd be crazy, but if they broke it up, they're like, how good are your kicks? How good are your stances? How good are your punches? How good is your creativity? And how good is your, showmanship, which maybe is creativity. I didn't think very long. I just said some stuff. But let's say you had all these metrics and you scored well here and here and here, but really bad here and okay here. Well, then for the next division what you need to work on. Maybe you need to be more creative. Maybe your kicks need to get better. Maybe your punches need to get better, so on and so forth. So just an idea there. What do you guys got to say? Let's check it out. Multiple. Never heard of it. Sounds cool. Multiple. Everybody unanimously says multiple. Everybody would rather have multiple scores. Not one score. They want multiple scores. I personally can't argue with that. I'm going to side with you guys. I would much rather see multiple scores as well. It's going to be way more complicated to figure out how to do that, but let's do it. I mean, I think it would be great if, some people are way better at doing one thing versus another. And it's not only is it great feedback for the competitor to know, well, this is what I got to work on next time, but it gives you a more solid understanding of why somebody won. And it forces everybody to be more well-rounded as an athlete. Right now, competitors show up because they're super good at one thing, but they lack in another categories, and that super good thing is what brings them to the top. If there were multiple scores involved, then being super good at one thing isn't going to be enough. You have to be super good at all of the things. I think that would actually create better competitors, to be quite honest, and make the competition scene way more diverse. You'd see different people up on the stages with a different skill set. Thank you for all the floating thumbs ups. If you guys haven't hit a floating thumbs up or a floating heart yet, like, come on. I'm not charging you. You can at least just pay me in one of these. Or 15 of these. I just like these. Oh, and the hearts. Oh, here they come. Thank you. What else you guys to say? What else did you say? I'm sorry. Train judges. We need to train judges and scorekeepers better. We do absolutely need to train judges and scorekeepers better. It's been a persistent problem in the sport, in every circuit, everywhere, forever. Not even just in karate and taekwondo, but you'll find, there's inconsistencies in other martial arts styles. It's just a big problem in general to try to get fair and accurate judging, especially during a thing that is largely based off of subjectivity and ego. A lot of people that train in one style, and they've been training it in 20, 30 years, practicing Ho Ring Rong Chang Long Do, Karate Do, and this is the way you punch like this. It's not like this, so I'm going to downgrade you. I've heard judges say, like, I downgrade people that do this in their form because you'll break your fingers. All of these random things, everybody has their own preconceived notions of, like, how things are supposed to look, and when it doesn't match their reality, they'll downscore you. And it's definitely not consistent. It's always a luck of the draw when you walk up to judge and you're like, oh, not you. You're going to downgrade me just because you don't like me. You know, things like that. Again, let's not hashtag Wolfman rant this episode. All right, let's go to the next question. Ladies and gentlemen, would you rather pay a small monthly fee for more media coverage, or would you keep it the way it is? Currently, the only real media coverage out there is sportmartialarts.com. They offer a free live stream service. You can check their Twitter, you can check their Instagram, you can check their Facebook. That's about it. Otherwise, you check in with your friends, you follow the athletes on their fan pages. The tournaments typically do a beyond horrible job. Like, they would be better off not even trying with some of the garbage that they put out as far as tournament promotion. Horrendous job. Like, I'm just getting angry thinking about it. But would you be willing to pay like a small fee to Sport Martial Arts or to some company to go out there and create some better coverage for you and be able to tell the story of the sport better? And obviously, you know, once you start talking about money that's coming out of your own pocket, then you're like, whoa, I don't know. I'm not paying for that. But I also have a unique audience, so the answers may be biased. All right, let's see what you got. I could have an entire episode on judging. More media coverage. So, Michael, just to be clear, when you say more media coverage, you mean you're willing to pay. Like, that's what I'm asking. Are you going to pull money out of your wallet to pay? Because, yeah, of course, more media coverage is better, but you can pay for it. Keep it the way it is. They cover the same folks anyways. All right? Feel the way it is. I'd pay him. Keep it. What even? I'd pay a small fee to have more material. They do great coverage. I want to see way more female martial artists being recorded and uploaded. I want to see Okay, Evan, you're going on a rant here. I'm not going to read the rest of it. This is a would you rather game, but I'm not disregarding. I actually have plans to do a who are the best female competitors show coming up soon. So stay tuned for that one. If a tournament fees went down, yes, sir. I would pay. We love watching. I would pay. Make it like a WWE Network or the UFC Fight Pass detailed app with past tournament live stream results, photos, etc. All right, so I'm seeing that it's kind of a split, and based off the fact that I know some of you, the people that are saying I want it free are typically kids. The people that are willing to pay are typically have paychecks, which is interesting. Typically, it's the other way around. But it's a 50-50 split. I'd say on average, if I were to do a poll out there in the world, people would say that they don't want to pay a small fee. I think that people that are willing to spend an hour watching my show every day are going to be more likely to pay for something because they're super hardcore fans in that world. And the fact that half of you guys aren't even willing to say, yeah, I want to pay for something, then probably isn't happening, which is, it's a bummer. That just means that if you ever got money into media and people are willing to pay, maybe there's other ways to get money into this in the equation, but we got to put more resources into media coverage to do an even better job. Little fun fact, I got to say, when I was younger, before I worked with Hyper, before I went to college, my dream, and I've told Emily Cooper this, one of the founders of Sport Martial Arts, my dream when I was a kid is I wanted to own sportmartialarts.com. I wanted to buy that website and take it over because I absolutely loved what they do. And I see the potential in sport martial arts. And it isn't until recently that they started really stepping up the game, where now they have the live stream from 5 camera angles and title screens happening. It's like a live thing and you can tune in and watch. Fantastic, awesome. It's only been a recent addition, but I think that as far as media coverage goes, there's a long road ahead of us to get to sport martial arts to the level of coverage that the sport really ought to be having. My 2 cents. And there's a lot of factors that go into that, and let's just move on to the next one. Would you rather compete at the greatest tournament or train with the greatest competitors? Would you rather? You don't get to do both. They're happening the same weekend, and for whatever reason, these competitors are at the tournament and they're holding their own seminar. I don't know what kind of world this is, but you only get one choice in life. Maybe it's a budgetary thing. Would you rather go to the greatest tournament? You have only a certain amount of dollars. You can only go here or go here. Would you rather go here or go here? Would you rather go to the greatest tournament, compete against the best, or would you rather train with the greatest competitors? What is more appealing to you? By the way, guys, it remind me, I think I forgot to give away a prize, so I'm going to give away a prize. Totally slipped on that. All right, you guys, train with the greatest. Train. Y'all are saying train. Everybody's saying train. Well, if training is your answer, then that's a perfect opportunity for me to promote Hyper Pro Camp 2018 coming up next July. No, but seriously, Hyper Pro Camp is the best. If you want to train with the best competitors in the sport, then spend your money and go to Hyper Pro Camp instead of spending your money and going to US Open. Yep, that's right. I said it. Don't go to US Open. Go to Hyper Pro Camp instead. But I totally agree. I personally think that training with people, getting that full all-day experience of being sweaty and, being alongside the people that are just like you, your friends just like you, and you're training with your role models, and you're, at a cool place, hanging out at the beach, and there's no pressure of, being all nervous and having to compete and all that stuff. That's such a way better bang for your buck. You get so much more out of going to a camp than going to a tournament. Now, of course, these camps are designed to get you ready for a tournament. So, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you got to kind of pick and choose. But I do think that if you could only pick one, you could only go to some camps your whole life, or you could only go to tournaments your whole life, you're going to have so much more fun going to camps. So much more fun. And you're going to learn so much, and you're going to progress so much faster. It's a super underrated thing. So make sure that you sign up. And by the way, I'll just say it right now for Hyper Pro Camp. Anybody that's interested in the chat or watching the replay or whatever, go to hyperprocamp.com, and then you enter in your information and you'll be on the VIP list. So as soon as those tickets go out for sale for next year, you'll be the first one to grab them. They always sell out. Enough with that shameless plug. All right, next question. Ooh. What's the next question? James says, do a Hyper Pro Camp in the DC metro area. So I will say this, we do hyper competition camps alongside the NASCAR, some of the NASCAR tournaments. So we'll do it Thursday night or Friday morning or something, but that's nothing. That's just it's like a seminar, a couple hour long seminar, and it's in a hall, a ballroom with carpet and all the junk that you'd expect at a tournament, because that's all that's available. But when you go to Hyper Pro Camp, you get matted floors, you get springboard floors, you get to train in the sand, you get to be at the beach, and it'd be cool if there was multiple Hyper Pro Camps. But as we discussed earlier in the show, would you rather have one super mega tournament or multiple ones? Most people said they'd rather have one super mega one, so the one super mega camp is Hyper Pro Camp, and that's in California, and it's totally awesome. And I know I hear it all the time. Can you have Hyper Camp in my backyard? If we appeased every single person in the world that said, can we have Hyper Pro Camp in your backyard? We'd have so many Hyper Pro Camps. It's ridiculous. I had this person just send me 5 or 6 messages the other day begging for a Hyper Pro Camp to be held in the Philippines. I'm I appreciate the love, but man, can't do that. Not yet. All right, we're about to wrap up the show, so I'm going to wrap up with the final question of the day, and then I'm going to give away 2 prizes, one to somebody that I owed somebody a prize to, and 2 to anybody that sticks around to the very end of the show. All right, here's the last question of the day. Would you rather have bigger prizes for the winners or bigger paychecks for the seminar instructors? Martial arts tournaments are a business. They really are. The people that are those tournament promoters walking around with their gold chains and in their fancy clothes. Like, they got fancy clothes and fancy gold chains because you're giving them the money to do so, and they can only divvy up the money that you give them in certain ways. They can either spend that money to give it to some of the winners, or they can spend that money to hire better people to teach seminars. What would you rather have your money go towards? Now, if you aren't winning, you're probably going to say, I'd rather have the seminars because I want to get better. But if you are winning, you're going to go, well, if I'm not getting paid to win, if I'm not going to get any money for getting on stage and winning, then why am I going in the first place? Maybe that's the case. And then maybe we'll miss out on all the winners because the winners are moving on to other things. It's not financially responsible for them. I don't know. What's the answer? What do you guys think? Let's see what you guys got. Some of you guys were talking about Pro Camp. If you have any questions about Pro Camp, by the way, just send me a direct message. We can talk about it after the show. I will break my mom's phone. Bigger prizes. Paychecks. Sesh says neither. Sesh, my man, it's a would you rather. This is like you can't pick none. You have to pick one or the other. I know that, that's not fair in this world, but this is how the show operates. I do not accept fake answers. It's A or B. I live in a black and white world. There's no gray. All right, bigger prizes. Depending on who is leading the seminar, more motivation would be bigger prize. Unique prizes. Michael, what are you doing? You can't say unique. I said you want bigger prizes or bigger paychecks. There's no room for creativity. Not on my show. I don't accept it. Get out of here, Michael. No, I'm kidding. Just stay around. I might give you a prize. I've seen folks get out Apple Watches. That's pretty cool. I've seen most top-level competitors already have an Apple Watch. Seminar instructors. All right, so it looks like the majority of you guys are looking for bigger prizes, and there's a couple people that are interested in the seminars. Interesting. All right, so bigger prizes it is. You think that bigger prizes is a better way to spend the money than on having better people teach at the seminar. It's my show, so I get to say my piece, right? I'm actually going to go for seminar instructors. This is how I would like to see the show run. If you're winning frequently and you're getting up on stage, then I think what is a better deal for the sport in general, what's going to grow the sport, get more competitors, is that we offer you a position to become a seminar instructor at the next tournament. So we'll pay for your ticket to come out to the tournament. So basically, you're guaranteed next year to come out and compete for free, and you're going to get paid to teach other people what you did to win. I think that's a cool way to do it. And then you still can compete, win again, be asked again for the following year to go out and cover your expenses and spend the money in that way. I would rather spend the money on educating people and inspiring people to get them better than I would spend it on just giving them the money, because the sport at this point, unfortunately, is not at a level where you could ever make a living off of just winning at events. The best you can do is cover your expenses. So I would rather grow the sport, and it's a win-win for everybody. That's my 2 cents on it. Anyhow, that's going to wrap up today's episode of Live with Wolfman. Today was a game of Would You Rather. I still got a couple prizes to give away, so I'm going to scroll through the chat real quick. I messed up here because I promised to give away a prize a long time ago. Keep those floating things floating. Keep those floating things floating. All right, and bam. Evan, Scott, you have won a prize. Congratulations, Evan Scott. I'll hit you up after the show. You've won a wristband. You specifically asked already in the chat for the inspired wristband. No problem, dude. Got you. Evan. Woo, look at all those floatings. Thumbs ups. I appreciate it. Evan Scott, you win. I'm going to give away another prize right now. Inspired wristband. All right, I'm going to give away... I can't talk. I'm going to give away a t-shirt. The biggest prize of the day, a t-shirt. For anybody that's stuck around this whole time. See you later. Shishomaru, thanks, dude, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Check it out. This is episode 14. So I've been doing this a lot, and it's a lot of fun, and I appreciate your involvement in here. All right, let's give away another prize. Here's what we got to do. You got to tag a friend and say, watch the replay. This episode was awesome. That's what you got to do. Any person that does that in the next couple seconds, say, this show was awesome, tag a friend. Watch the replay, tag a friend. Something like that. Watch the replay, this show was awesome, and tag a friend. And don't tag someone you already tagged. You got to tag someone else. That's the rules. And I'm basically it's going to be the honor system. Let's have some coffee. All right, keep them coming in, guys. So just a recap. While I'm waiting for you guys to do that, just to recap real quick what happened this week. This is the third week airing the show. Really awesome. We had a couple bumps. I had 2 doctor's appointments planned this week. I like to plan my doctor's appointments all at like one time during the year, so I just kind of get them done and get them out. And that was before I knew there was a show happening. So I missed I missed one entirely yesterday, and the other one I had to do super early. So it was a little wonky, and I felt like the show lost a little bit of steam because I lost the regularity of the consistent content, which is my bad, but hey, it's just for fun, and I really appreciate doing this, and I love talking to you guys. I plan on continuing to do this, and like I said, I want to see if I can get the show bigger and better each time. I need more people to tune in. I need more people every time to share it and like it and comment. This show isn't just about me, it's about we. So the more people that are in this chat and the more people that are participating, the more fun it is for everybody. And we grow the community. I think that's something that martial arts world has really lacked, and there hasn't been a very strong effort to try to unite the martial arts community quite in the way that it can be. If you are like in the tricking scene, for example, you'll know what I mean by uniting the community, because that community online is strong. It's just infinitely stronger than the martial arts scene. I don't know why that is. The nature of the sport, the age, the demographic, I don't know what it is, but I think that the martial arts world definitely could come under a big, giant umbrella. And I'm not saying this show is going to take over the world, but I am saying this show is going to try to take over the world. So let's grow it. If I can continue to get numbers up and get more people tuning into this show, I promise you I'll put more resources and put more effort into making every single episode totally worth your time. There are some abilities that I know exist out there for live stream shows that make shows 50 times better. But I just, they cost money and they cost time to put it together. And I'm not willing to put in money and time until I am completely 100% confident that the show not only is something you enjoy, but something that I can definitely do on a regular basis. So we're going to keep doing it in this format for now, and then we'll grow it as we go. So that's enough babbling. I think enough of you guys have entered in to win the t-shirt. And today, for some reason, I had a little glitch. And again, it's one of these things I got to work through. I wasn't able to figure out I wasn't able to pop up on the screen the shirt I wanted to give away. So instead, you can have any t-shirt that you want under the Hyper Shop. Anything you want. hypermartialarts.com/shop. And whoever wins, I'll send you a link to the shop, and you can go through and you can just pick whatever you want as your prize. Let's see what y'all got. We are gonna pick. I'm just doing this at random here, and that's not an entry. We'll try it again. You didn't tag a friend in that one. You just asked a question. Oops. Here it is, and boop. What's this? Evan Scott? No way. All right, dude. I tagged you, and you won again. What am I going to do? And you also tagged Cameron, Andrew. You tagged so many people. All right, Evan. In the first time in show history, you won 2 prizes in one episode. Dude, you get a... I'm going to give you a trophy emoji in the private comments or direct messages too, just because you get that emoji just as a bonus. Dude, you won 2 prizes today. That's amazing. Congratulations. And thank you, everybody that's tuned in for another episode of Live with Wolfman. We'll be back on the air next Monday, taking the weekend off, as always, because I got a life, and this is my lunch break, you know? But until the next episode, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. If you're competing at Diamond Nationals, here's a little tip for you. Post up your photos. Post up your videos. If you're trying to grow yourself on social media, Diamond Nationals is a perfect opportunity. Take pictures with your friends. Take pictures with the pro athletes. Walk up to a hyper pro and be like, yo, Jacob Wolfman said I should get a selfie with you. Can I get a selfie with you? And then they'll go, absolutely. Or they'll say, who's Jacob Wolfman? That'd be sad. But anyhow, in either case, have a great weekend. Keep training. Keep tuning in. Keep living life. Keep giving me those likes. Peace.